At the beginning of the film, a mafia boss named Vlad Tavanian orders his right-hand man, named Demian Ivanov, to make a transaction with a drug dealer named Nikolai.
What can I say, Vlad? It's been a pleasure. I'll call you after it's arrived.
Then Vlad receives a call from the leader of the Suvorov mafia family, named Mikhail Suvorov, who has a business relationship with the Tavanian family. It is known that the Suvorov and Tavian mafia families are the two mafia families that control the city of Prague, as well as the largest supplier of weapons and illegal drugs in other major European cities, and make Prague the headquarters to run this illegal business.
We drew lines in the sand, you and I. You'd wipe them clean.
What are you talking about?
You're doing business with Nikolai Dvorak without my green light. You're trying to take my business from beneath me.
Bullshit. Who the hell told you this?
You're undercutting me by 5 points. I've just killed you.
The scene then switches and shows a man named Ray Carver picking up a suitcase from a trash can and rushing into a building. Ray is a hitman who was hired by Mikhail to kill Vlad Tavian and his gang, because Mikhail thought that the Tavanian family had betrayed him by conducting drug deals without his knowledge, which is a violation of their agreement. Ray, who was already in position, started shooting at Vlad and his gang using his flagship sniper rifle. Everyone tried to dodge Ray's indiscriminate fire. Nikolai managed to escape from there, and Demian managed to survive because he was hiding. However, Vlad, as the head of the Tavanian mafia family, had to die. After knowing the direction of the sniper's attack, Demian immediately ordered his men to catch the sniper. On the other hand, Ray rushed away from there after finishing his work. But when Ray was about to leave, he was blocked by Demian's henchmen, who immediately attacked him because of his suspicious appearance. With great difficulty, Ray tried to escape the attack, counterattacked, and took off his sweater, then blended into the crowd. The next day, Mikhail receives a call from Demian warning him that he will seek revenge for Vlad Tavanian's death. Demian was apparently very serious about his threat because he ordered his henchmen to blow up Mikhail's car, which was parked not far from where he was. Mikhail is furious to learn that Ray did not complete his job properly, and now he has to face Demian, who intends to take revenge on the Suvorov family. Mikhail's brother, Bobby, suggests that Mikhail hire the Wolf, a legendary assassin whose existence is often dismissed as mere fiction. However, Bobby assures him that the Wolf is real. Bobby finally gets information about the Wolf, who turns out to be a man named Alexei Andreev. After successfully contacting him, Bobby immediately asked Alexei to meet Mikhail to discuss their work contract. Meanwhile, elsewhere, after receiving a call from Bobby, Alexei must finish his job of collecting debts from the gangsters. Seeing Alexei's simple appearance and easygoing attitude, the gangsters had underestimated him. However, Alexei then showed his prowess as a legendary assassin who immediately overthrew the gangsters without any effort and made sure they paid their debts.
Go! Where? Can you pay? Will you pay?
Yes! Ah! It's in the box behind the bar!
Good dog.
On the other hand, Ray is talking to a man named Leo Crosby, who also works as a hitman. Leo was sent by Demian to offer Ray a job, which is to kill Mikhail and Bobby Suvorov. Although Demian knows that Ray is the person Mikhail hired to kill his boss, Demian is quite impressed with Ray's abilities and is willing to pay Ray twice as much as the Suvorovs offer. Receiving an offer that is quite tempting, Ray immediately agreed. Meanwhile, Alexei, who has arrived at Mikhail Suvorov's residence, agrees to an offer from Bobby and Mikhail, who wants to get rid of Demian and all his gang. Alexei plans to kill Nikolai first, who is the biggest supplier of illegal drugs to the Tavanian mafia family. Alexei manages to knock down Nikolai's henchmen and infiltrate his house. He sat casually waiting for Nikolai to finish swimming, and after that, he shot Nikolai, killing him.
Who are you?
Hello, Nikolai.
On the other hand, Ray is seen visiting a cafe and sees a customer who is drunk and trying to harass the cafe owner and make a mess. Ray rushed to her aid by arresting the drunken customer and chasing him away from there.
I'm taking this with me.
You're not taking anything.
Okay, I'll go.
Let go. It's okay.
Because Ray's jacket was spilled by a drink, the cafe owner, who introduced herself as Janice, offered to clean it up. Ray said it is fine, but Janice insisted. As Janice went behind to clean Ray's jacket, Ray decided to get out of there right away. Meanwhile, Demian's right-hand man, a man named Gregory, was gambling with his colleagues at his residence. Not long after, Alexei came to the place and slaughtered them all.
Who the fuck are you?
On the other hand, Bobby, who was chatting with a woman, was approached by Ray, who had been hired by Demian to kill him. Without thinking, Ray immediately shot Bobby, killing him.
Out. You worked for us. Not anymore.
Seeing his brother had died, Mikhail became very angry and determined to take revenge. Meanwhile, Demian gets a call from one of his surviving men, who informs him of the deaths of Nikolai and Gregory and the rest of Demian's men. Hearing this, Demian felt very angry and had the ambition to eliminate the Suvorov family and their gang immediately. The next day, Ray is surprised by Janice's appearance at his house. Janice apparently intends to return Ray's jacket that he left at her cafe yesterday. Ray then asks how she got to know his home address. Janice replied that she found an envelope in Ray's jacket pocket and his home address was on the envelope.
Bye.
Not long after, Mikhail managed to catch Leo and interrogated him about the assassin who had killed his brother. But Leo tries to protect Ray by lying to him. Meanwhile, Ray had prepared in his place to kill Mikhail. However, his mission was hindered by Alexei, who was also there and seemed to notice Ray's presence. Meanwhile, Demian finally learns that the one who killed Nikolai and his henchmen is the Wolf, a legendary Russian hitman who is rumored to be fictional. Therefore, Demian tries to hunt down the Wolf and kill him with his own hands. One day, Janice visits Ray at his apartment for a quick stop. Janice seemed interested in Ray, but Ray tried not to get too involved with her because he knew her long before their meeting at the cafe that night. Ray then gets a call from Leo telling him to get out of his apartment and get as far away as possible because Mikhail and his henchmen are going after Ray. Leo reveals that he was forced to tell Mikhail where Ray lives because he threatened to kill him. But Ray seemed to have anticipated this and responded quite casually. Meanwhile, Janice, who accidentally enters Ray's study, finally finds out Ray's profession as an assassin. Not only that, Janice also knows that Ray is the one who killed her father. Ray couldn't help it because that is the truth. Janice was very shocked. She then rushed to leave Ray. Not long after, Alexei had arrived at Ray's apartment and was about to kill him. The two assassins were also involved in a very fierce battle. After a barrage of attacks, Ray manages to knock Alexei down. But Ray didn't kill him and chose to run away from there. When Alexei returns to his residence, he is still wondering why Ray didn't kill him and chose to run away. Not long after, Demian and his henchmen infiltrate Alexei's residence, but Alexei anticipates the attack and manages to kill them all.
Amateurs.
The next day, Ray received a call from Leo saying that Mikhail asked him to come to Janice's cafe. Not wanting Janice and Leo's life to be in danger, Ray rushed there as Mikhail ordered. He looks resigned to accepting his fate, which may be executed soon. But apparently, Ray had prepared everything and immediately launched an attack on Mikhail's men. Leo also helped Ray, and a shootout was inevitable.
Said he was going back to the club.
But in the end, Leo had to die from a gunshot wound.
Stay quiet! Back off!
Ray then goes to Mikhail, who is holding Janice hostage. Ray then slaughters all of Mikhail's men who try to prevent him from reaching Janice, until finally, Ray comes face to face with Mikhail, who threatens Janice at gunpoint. Mikhail ordered Ray to throw his gun while shooting Ray in the shoulder. When Mikhail was about to kill Ray, suddenly Alexei came and immediately killed Mikhail. Without saying much, Alexei then took the bag containing the money and immediately left the place.
We gotta go.
A few days after the incident, Ray, who was seen entering his house, was surprised by the presence of Alexei, who was already there. Alexei turns out to be still curious about why Ray didn't kill him while he had the chance. Ray then tells him that he wasn't paid to kill Alexei, so he lets Alexei live. Alexei then tells Ray that he's tired of always being under someone else's orders to kill for big payoffs. Alexei and Ray both realize that they are actually in the middle of a big war between criminal gangs. Therefore, Ray and Alexei decide to work together and kill every member of the mafia in Prague's criminal underworld.